You all for joining and registering for this webinar. This is the first webinar in our series. So let me introduce you to our NGO. Okay, we have been working in Nasik to save the wildlife. Okay, so we do wildlife research, we spread awareness in different schools, we go to tribal schools as well, and we also work on some conservation projects. Okay, we have been working since 1994. Yeah, and I am Pratiksha Kotwe. I am a wildlife biologist. I'm working with this NGO for past 6-7 years, and I've completed my master's. Okay, I've studied my master's degree in biodiversity and conservation from Pune. All right, and so we actually have been conducting nature clubs in your school for past 3-4 years. We get a very good response. And generally, our nature club is one indoor and one outdoor session where we take the children outside on a nature trail. We show them birds, butterflies, trees, wildflowers, and variety of things that we come across. Okay, and we also have presentations in the school. We have painting competitions and many more things. Unfortunately, now that we have gone virtual, we are taking online classes. You have all been taking online classes. We also thought that we'll interact with you online. Okay, till the normal school starts. And once the normal school starts, we'll have a regular nature club. Okay, and you all can participate, and the details will be given to you accordingly. So we want to conduct more such webinars in future. Okay, so let's see. I hope you like today's webinar. At the end of the webinar, okay, we'll be having a short question answer session. Okay, where you can actually ask me questions and I can give you answers. And after the webinar, I'll be sharing a quiz related to the presentation today, which will be shared on the WhatsApp group. Okay, so stay tuned, listen carefully. If you have any doubts, you can note down in your notepad. Okay, and if you want to ask me anything, you can also note that thing and ask me later during the question answer session. Take notes.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So everyone has, I suppose everyone has muted the mics and turn off their videos. Okay.
Yes.
So this is our website. Okay, www.ncsn.org.in. If you want to know more about us, you can visit us here. And if you want to write anything to us, if you want to ask anything, you can contact us on our email ID, ncsn1996@gmail.com. So let's begin. So we'll be talking about nature and coronavirus. Coronavirus is now creating a havoc. It's been actually keeping us at home. We are not supposed to meet people, go out, come in our schools, not attend weddings. I request everyone to mute your mics. You're not supposed to unmute. I've muted everyone. Those who will unmute, I'll remove you from the group. I can do that. Yeah. Those who have joined recently, let me tell you that we are starting with the webinar and you are supposed to mute your mics and videos. Okay. We'll be having a short question answer session at the end. You can ask your questions then. All right. So today I'm going to talk to you about how nature and coronavirus is linked. Okay, and what is really causing coronavirus, and what are we responsible, or are the wild animals responsible, and what is our duty as humans to stop this or to make sure that this doesn't happen again in future. Okay, no situation like this should occur again in the future. So what is our duty in that? So I'll be talking to you about this. Okay, those who are unmuting the mics, I'll be removing you. All right. So let's understand what is nature. Okay. So everyone talks about nature, and but let's understand what really it is and how we all are connected to nature. Nature is everywhere. Okay, there are five elements of nature. There is fire, there is earth, there is water, there's air, and there's metal. So mainly nature is composting or is all about these five elements. Okay. So for example, the air you breathe, the flowers you smell, the fruits you eat, okay, the trees that you need for the shade, okay, the mountains you climb, all this is part of nature. Okay. And nature also controls the weather. Okay, it's hot right now, so it's because of the nature. So organisms, landforms, celestial bodies like stars, sun is all part of it. So basically, mainly what we need to understand is all living animals or things that are around us is part of nature. Okay, but what we do actually, humans, we think that we are superior. We can control everything. We can control atmosphere. We can control wild animals. We can control everything. But that's not true. We are just a tiny portion of nature. Okay, we are not above nature, but we are just part of nature. So we need to understand that. And this also means that us humans, wild animals, and also the coronavirus is part of nature, right? So we all are part of nature, and we actually there is some imbalance in the nature that is causing such situation. So let's understand further. Ashtekar Varad, I'm removing you. Okay. So let's understand what is biodiversity. Okay, because biodiversity is the main component of our nature, and there are biodiversity means variety of life. Okay, the trees that you see, the birds that you see, the microorganisms. So everything that is part of the living world. Okay, it's comes under the biodiversity term. Okay, it's the variety of life, right? So if you see a horse, if you see a vulture, if you see a frog, if you see a tree, it is a species diversity. That's one of the three types of biodiversity. Okay, so one species is different from another. We are different from dogs, and dogs are different from cats. Okay, so what makes us different? That we look different, our genetic or our DNA. Okay, there is a component in our cell, it's known as DNA, which is different from one another. That's why the place where we live, the place where the animals live, or it's all different. Okay, and so there is a ecosystem diversity. That means forest ecosystem is different, wetland or grassland ecosystem is different. Okay, they need different components for the survival. So if you go to a forest, you'll see different kind of animals. If you go to um, a ocean or go inside the ocean, you'll see different kind of animals which are living, right? And there is also genetic diversity. That means one species is different from another, even if they look very similar. Okay, so one frog is different from this frog because it's the color is different, their eating habit or the where they live. Okay, so there might be a frog in America and one frog in India. So they are very different from each other species wise. So what is species? Species is the unit to measure biodiversity. Okay, so if you want to measure it, or it's just to say that what species is different from another, or species are the components of biodiversity. It's the unit of biodiversity. So till now, till today, there are around 87 lakh species on Earth. Okay, that have been discovered, that have been noted. 87 lakhs. Okay, and out of them, few are extinct, which means they used to be around, but now they are not found anywhere. Like dinosaurs, dinosaurs are extinct. Okay, and there are so many species yet to be discovered. We still don't know about them. There might be there somewhere, but there is no record of them, right? And out of this 87 lakhs, there is only one species that is us. Okay, we are We are only one species out of this 87. We are known as Homo sapiens sapiens. Okay, and we come into the mammals category. Mammals means we actually can give birth to the young one. We have a backbone, okay, and we can stand erect. And so we come to the mammals. The animal kingdom, we mammals. There's a category, and that's where we come. And if we want to record a diversity around India, okay, different kind of trees, animals, and birds, it has been said that 8%. Okay, India is very the landmass of India is very short or very small as compared to the world, but still we have 8% of the diversity found in the world. Okay, it's a very big span, and very large diversity is present in India. Okay. Today we'll be talking more on mammals because mammals are mainly associated with the current problem, that is coronavirus. And in the world there are 6,400 different mammal species. Okay, so horse is different, donkey is different, tiger is different, lion is different. So they all are different species. Okay, and there are different varieties of viruses also present on this earth. It has been said that there are more viruses on earth than there are stars in the universe. Okay, so imagine there are so many viruses, and there is only one virus which is actually creating this big whole situation of that we are stuck at home. Okay, so imagine if more such kind of viruses come, what will happen? So what is our duty to stop this in future? Okay, there is one question that I need to ask you, which you can tell me later during the question answer session. You have to tell me what is the national aquatic mammal of India. Okay, so we know that the national mammal or national animal of India is tiger, but there is also aquatic animals. You need to tell me what is that at the question answer session. So whoever is drawing this needs to stop. All right. So let's understand, now that we know what is nature, what is biodiversity, let's understand an ecosystem. Okay, and healthy ecosystem is very important in order that the entire components of that ecosystem can survive. So ecosystem is a place where an animal lives, um, or a group of animals lives. Okay, and it is composing of two main components, that is living thing and non-living thing. Okay, and they depend on each other for their survival. So what are living things? So in this picture, if you can see, this is a pond ecosystem. There's a frog, there is a tadpole, there are flies, okay, there's a fish. So all this is part of the living component of the ecosystem, right? And the non-living thing which they actually also need for their survival is water. Okay, it's a non-living thing. Then there's sun, which actually which helps the trees to do their photosynthesis, which can give out oxygen. So we all need oxygen for our survival. And there's a wood log. So all this is actually part of the non-living ecosystem, right? And they all depend on each other of the survival. So imagine if there are no frogs or there are no fishes, probably the whole ecosystem might collapse, okay? Because they are playing certain kind of role that is helping everyone in order to survive. Okay, there is a most biodiverse region in the world, okay, which is a complex ecosystem known as Amazon rainforest. Amazon rainforest is also known as the lungs of our earth, okay, because it produces so much of oxygen. There's so much variety of trees, animals and birds. It's a very complex ecosystem, and it is most biodiverse. That means many species are found there. Okay. Now, okay, now you have to keep all that in your mind, and now let's come to the topic that what is this coronavirus and why it is creating this kind of situations. Okay, why we are stuck in here, and who should we blame for? Okay, so we need to understand the viruses are non-living thing. Okay, the non-living thing in the sense that they don't have a cell. Cell is a very small component in our body, and we are made up of multiple cells. But doesn't have a cell. It just have a DNA. That means a genetic material inside it, a small genetic material, and they have a protein cover. Yes, someone is talking. You wanna ask? Interrupt.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Swarali, tell me. Can
Ma'am, your
everyone?
voice is breaking.
Okay. Is everyone facing this problem?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Swarali. Okay, Swarali. All right, I got it. Swarali, try to shift your place so that you can hear me properly, or turn off your video if it's on. Okay, and I request everyone to turn off their video so that my voice is clear to you. Okay. So I'm just telling you that viruses are non-living things. Okay, they are just DNA and a protein cover, and they can't survive on their own. Okay, so in order to feed themselves, or in order to multiply, they need to go and jump into some host's body. Okay, what are these hosts? So hosts can be animals, birds, or humans. Okay, so they'll come in our body and then start multiplying unless and until they can't survive. Okay. And this coronavirus is not one single virus. It's a family of virus. And there are many coronaviruses inside their family, and they're named differently. Okay. But why it is known as corona? Because if you look into the microscope, they are not visible to our naked eyes. But if you look inside the microscope, through the microscope, you'll see there are crown-like structures on the surface of the virus. Okay, and that's why it is known as corona, right? And the common cold, the sardi or zukam that you get, okay, normal when you are sick for 3-4 days and you get better, it's also a type of coronavirus. It's known as the common cold, right? And there was a SARS outbreak. There was another kind of virus which came into existence in 2013. Okay, and which also was an epidemic. A lot of people were infected by this disease. Was also a type of coronavirus. So coronavirus is not new to us. It's there. Okay, and there are around 4 to 5 coronaviruses which can cause diseases to humans, which are known to humans, and there are other types of viruses which are only found in animals. Okay, and in a very rare occasion, the animal virus can actually jump into humans. It's a very rare occasion, and what is this rare occasion? We'll understand it in the next slide. Okay, so this new coronavirus, which was never seen in humans, uh, which is now found and is known as SARS-CoV-2. So everyone should write this down. The coronavirus, which have caused this pandemic or the situation, is known as SARS-CoV-2.
And MERS also, ma'am. It's also called MERS, MERS, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome.
Okay. So this SARS-CoV-2 is new to humans. It was never found in humans. And it is a theory, or it is an assumption that it has come from animals. Okay, so it is, as we know that it was never found in humans, but where did it come from? So it is a theory that it has come from animals. Okay, and you also need to understand the symptoms of all coronavirus, which are known by now. They are similar symptoms. Okay, so we have common cold or mild respiratory illness. These are the symptoms. All right. So now, where this virus came from? Okay, it's a question. Still, people are trying to figure out. We don't know the source, but there's an assumption or there's a theory. Okay, it's not sure that the coronavirus came from animals or which animal it has come from. But there's one animal which is blamed a lot. A lot of people are blaming bats. I'm sure everyone must have seen bats. Bats are mammals, but only mammal which can fly. Okay, which has wings and which can travel from one place to another with the help of their wings. Okay, but there is no one bat species in the world. Okay, like I said about the species, there are 1,400 bat species found in the world. Okay, how many? 1,400. And like I said, we have around 6,400 mammals in the world. That means 1 in 5 mammals are bats. So bats are biodiverse, very, very biodiverse. There are many varieties of bats. And out of this 1,400, only one bat species, actually a similar looking virus was found in the body. That one bat had a similar looking virus, similar looking of the SARS-CoV-2, the new coronavirus that we are talking about, was found in one bat species. And that bat species was, that coronavirus or that virus was different, but similar. Okay, that it is said that it's the ancestor. That means uska dada ya pardada hoga wo virus ka. Okay, and that is known as RATG30. Okay, so and one more thing that scientists have proven that 90% times the bats cannot transmit virus to humans directly. Matlab, if the bat bites a human, or if there is a direct contact with the bats cannot transmit it viruses. So viruses are present everywhere. There are viruses in human body, there are present in the animal's body, but the bat viruses cannot jump into human with a direct contact 90% of the time. Okay, so then how come this virus, if at all it has, how come it has come into us in humans? Then it has also been said that there is an intermediate host. Okay, there's an in-between animal which actually carried the virus from the bat to the humans. And if it is so, then what animal it is? Then it is a pangolin. Okay, because pangolin, it has been said that pangolin is the most trafficked animal. What is traffic? So people actually trade animals. Okay, like we go out to buy milk. Okay, people go out to buy animals. So these animals are actually captured from the wild. They have been taken from the wild and then they have been sold to other people who then all this is illegal. Okay, and so this is the most trafficked. This is the most traded animal in the world. But why it has been traded? Why it has been captured from the wild and given to humans? Because it has been thought. Okay, it is believed that this animal treats a lot of different diseases. So if you make a medicine, so it has scales on the body. Okay, can you see? The scales has actually been removed and there's a medicine which is made and which cures a lot of diseases. Again, this is not proven, but this is a myth. Okay, people think it happens like this, but it's not true. Okay, and some cases it has also been eaten. This animal has also been eaten, and mainly this happens in China. So when they collect these animals, they keep it in a cage. A lot of animals are dumped or stacked together, and there is no hygiene maintained. Okay, so imagine such scenario where lot of animals are together, there's no hygiene, and the humans are coming nearby. So there are chances that the virus can jump from the animal to the human. Okay, so this is a theory where people assume that one bat species which had a similar looking virus like corona, okay, jumped into this animal in the wild, and this animal, when it was taken in the human area, okay, this the virus from this animal must have come to us humans. Okay, so this is a assumption, and still, so you need to remember a few things, that there is no clear source for COVID-19. We don't know where the virus came from. Okay, so corona is the virus and COVID-19 is the disease that it causes when you get infected by this virus. Okay, but the expert says that it might have originated from a bat. Might have. Okay, and but bats cannot directly transfer COVID-19. So they are harmless. If they are around you, you need not worry because they can't transmit this disease. Okay. However, in many parts of the world, like in America, Australia, India, these bats are actually been killed. These innocent bats are been killed and they have been harmed because people think that they spread coronavirus, but they don't. Okay. So let's understand what if bats disappear? Okay, what if all bats go somewhere and they disappear? What will happen? So in this case, you need to say goodbye to our favorite fruits like mango, guava, banana, because if bats are around, they can only produce such kind of fruits. So I'll be explaining how. But there is also one fruit known as coca, and so if you don't have bats, you need to say goodbye to the chocolates also. Okay, so bats perform three important roles. Okay, one is pollination, one is seed dispersal, and three is insect control. So there are variety of bats, like I said, and each bat has a different food preference. Okay, like some of you must be liking pasta, and some of you must be liking roti and sabji. Similarly, there are different kind of bats. They have different food preference. So some bats eat or they take nectar from the flowers. Okay, some bats actually eat fruits and some eat insects. Okay, so when they come to the flower to take nectar, okay, they have been transferring one small material from male flower to female flower. That is known as pollen grain. It is a very tiny component, and that needs to be done by someone else. Okay, the plants themselves can't do it. That's why the flowers are more sweet, or they smell very nice, so that they can attract a lot of birds and bats and insects so that they can take nectar, and in order they'll transfer the pollen grains, okay, when they visit other flowers, and they perform a very important role as pollination. Okay, and after the pollination, the seeds are formed. So imagine a mango tree full of flowers, and bats are coming, and then only you can eat the mangoes. If no bats are coming, there will be no mangoes, or no birds and other insects who actually do pollination. Okay, so if you want to eat mangoes, you need to thank bats, right?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, how do bats help in making chocolates?
Yeah, so I'll tell you. Um, so um, coca is also a tree, okay, and the flowers and the fruits from this tree are being eaten and are being pollinated by the bats. Okay, so the bats are actually responsible of planting those trees. So when they come for the fruit eating, okay, the seeds come. They also eat the seeds, and when
Ma'am,
they fly, uh, ask me questions at the end. Okay, I'm trying to tell you everything. Have any questions, noted down and ask me at the end.
ma'am,
Yes, Arya, I'm telling you that write the question and ask me later at the end. Okay?
Later at the end.
Yeah.
okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So when they eat the fruit, they also ingest the seed, and the seed is dropped with the help of their excreta. Okay, and when they fly around, they excrete and they also drop the seeds. So the trees that you see around, or the forest that you see around, you need to thank bats for that. Okay, because bats are the one who are spreading the seeds. Okay, they're dispersing the seeds. Okay, so this is another important role bats are doing. And very, very important role, other important role. Everyone, please mute your mics. Yeah. So another important role the bat is doing is eating insects. Okay. So insects are everywhere. They multiply very fast. If there are no one to feed on insects, okay, there's a food chain and everyone has a food preference, or they feed on each other in order to survive. Okay, and that's how the food chain is maintained. So the insects rapidly multiply. Okay, and there will be so many insects around you that you won't be able to breathe. Okay, so you need someone to take care of the insects, okay, who will kill the insects and feed on them. Okay, so bats do that. So they also feed on harmful insects like mosquitoes. So it has been said that one bat can eat up to 100 insects per day. So imagine there are so many bats, and so many insects must be controlled by these bats. Okay, and they also are known as friends of farmers. Why? Because they feed on the harmful pests, the pests that actually infect the crops, and that's why the farmers spread pesticides. But you need not spread pesticides if you have bats around, because bats will naturally eat all the insects and your crops will be healthy. Okay. So it has been said that 50% of the rainforest in the world is maintained by the bats by performing such activities. Okay, so we know now that the bats are very, very important, but we need to take some precautions. Okay, so that if at all the viruses are being generated in the bats, what precautions should we take? So we should not eat the half-eaten fruits. Imagine you're walking below a mango tree and there's a half-eaten mango fallen down on the ground. Do not take it and eat it. Okay, because it might be eaten by a bat or a bird, and the saliva of that bat or a bird must be on the top of that fruit. So only eat the fresh fruits which are not being eaten. Okay, and wash it carefully before eating. Right. This one precaution. Second is do not handle bats. So if you have bats around you and accidentally it came inside your house, do not hold it or catch it. Okay, leave the window open, it will go away. Or you can call for help. There's a forest helpline number. Note it down, it is 1926. Okay, you can just call on 1926 and you can ask for help if you have any injured bat or injured bird or any healthy bird or bat coming inside your house and taking shelter. Okay, they'll come, they know how to rescue, they'll
Ma'am?
take it, they'll rescue and they'll release it outside. Okay, so you
Ma'am?
know, you need not ask me questions at the end here. Okay, yeah. So do not handle bats um, and they do not bite. Okay, so like there's a misconception that bats will come and bite you and suck your blood. That's not true. They are not mosquitoes. Okay, mosquitoes do that, but bats don't. Okay, unless and until they are harmed, unless and until you poke them, you try to hurt them, then only they'll bite in order to survive, in order to defend themselves. Right. So you have to stay away, but let the bats be around you, but just stay away and follow these precautions. Okay. Now that we know that bats are not harmful and they are performing such important roles, then what has really happened and uh, who is responsible for this? Whom should we blame for this coronavirus pandemic? Okay, so we need to understand that. So there are two sentences said by the scientists. That one is in the last 50 years, okay, the wildlife population is going down because of lot of development. Okay, we cut trees in order to make buildings. We cut trees to have agriculture land. Okay, or we cut trees to make highways or railway lines. So we have been destructing nature, and because of that, 60% of the wildlife population came down in the last 50 years. And similarly, when the population came down, the infectious diseases, okay, diseases like tuberculosis, diseases like this rabies or coronavirus have been increased 4 times. Imagine that. Okay, so the diseases are increasing and the wildlife population is going down. So there is a direct link between that. So what we can do or what is really happening? So there's a big amount of wildlife trade. Okay, wild animals have been captured and they have been traded for different purposes. So we need to stop that because we need wild animals because the more the diversity, less chances of the infectious diseases to come into humans. Okay, so say no to wildlife trade. Make sure you're not buying any product which is made out of animals. Okay, like ivory or any other. Okay, then there are people who actually consume or they eat wildlife, especially in places like China or even in India, Northeast. If you go, they capture wild animals and they eat it. And that is one of the main reasons of these viruses that are jumping from animals to humans. Okay, so you need to eat fresh fruits and vegetables, but do not consume wild animals. And you have to stop destroying nature. Okay, because when there are less amount of trees, they don't have places to survive, and that's how they come near humans. Okay, so these three things you need to stop. All need to stop in order to stop pandemics like coronavirus. Okay, so the changes in the environment which are happening right now is because of the human activities. So we are to be blamed for. humans are to be blamed for. Because of us, this corona has come and this troubling us, right? So we are responsible. And it has been said that every 4 months, okay, in every 4 months, there's one new disease which is coming in humans. And this is because of this, all these factors that I've discussed. So we need to stop this so that there will be no coronavirus coming, virus like corona coming in our lives again in future, right? Okay. So what is the role of humans? What can we actually do so that this won't happen again or this will minimize? So one thing is you have to stop cutting trees. We need to stop deforestation. So if you have trees around, you need to raise voice. Okay, you need to tell, no, these trees performing a very important role for us, and it's giving us oxygen, giving us shade. Because of trees, we get rainfall. Um, there's no soil erosion. So you must have learned all this in your school, right? So we need to stop deforestation and we need to alter the human caused climate change. Okay. So what is climate change? The temperature is rising. Okay. Every year, new temperature record has been set. Okay. Now India is actually in a part of India is the hottest in the world right now. So there's a Churu district in Rajasthan, which recently has been recorded 50 degrees Celsius. It's the hottest in the world right now. So what this all is because of climate change. Okay, the locust swarms, you must have read in the news that there are big amount of insects destroying crops in our western side of India, that is Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh. So there are big amount of insects are coming from the other side of the western side of the world and invading our crops. So this is also linked to the climate change. Okay, so the oceans are rising because the ice in the polar regions are melting. Climate is the the temperature of the climate is rising. Okay, so this is climate change. So what can we do to stop the climate change? We have to do just small steps, and everyone can be able to do this. One is we need to conserve water. So whenever you use water for washing your utensils, for taking a bath, or cleaning your car, okay, you need to use minimum water. You need to make sure you're not wasting. When you're washing your hands for 20 minutes, don't keep 20 seconds, sorry. Don't keep the water running for 20 seconds. Okay, just take a little water, wash your hands, clean it with the soap, and then wash the hands with the water. Okay, don't keep the water running when you are brushing your teeth or washing your hands. Okay, that is one thing. The second thing is you need to reduce waste. What does that mean? So you need to recycle. Okay, the whatever you have at home that you think it's a waste, okay, like a cardboard or a plastic bag or something, you need to recycle. Make use of it at most. Okay, and also you can do one thing is you can make compost of the kitchen waste. If you segregate the wet waste and the dry waste, the wet waste which has been formed in the kitchen, you can make a compost out of it and you use in your gardens. Okay, there are very simple tutorials on YouTube you can see. That's how you can reduce waste. Okay, the third thing that you need to do is save energy. So you need to turn off the lights whenever not required. Okay, and you need to switch to LED bulbs because they take less energy. Then the fourth thing that we need to do is travel green. That means if you're going to a place where all four people are taking four different cars, you can do carpooling so that four people can actually sit in one car. So this will happen after the social distancing norms go off. But you can walk wherever you can, and instead of taking your car, okay, and you can turn off your engine when you're waiting on a signal. So all these small things you can tell your parents, you can tell your friends, your family that we need to do this so that we don't want coronavirus like situation in future. And the last thing is clean energy. Use renewable energy. So at my house we have solar water heater. Most of you must be having that. So that means you're using a renewable green energy, which doesn't, so it's natural, it's there in the natural form, like wind turbines create energy, like solar. So we need to use that, and that's how we use we save energy also. So all these small things we need to do so that we'll be able to prevent such situations. There's also one more saying that if you can't hug a person right now because of social distancing, why don't you hug a tree? That means why don't you take care of the tree that are around you? Okay, to thank them for the services they're providing us and protect them, right? And last thing is that we need to save animals from extinction. Okay, we need to stop wildlife trade. We need to save the animals, save the habitat around us so that the wildlife are safe around us. Okay, because it is said that the diversity of the species, the more number of species which are there, it makes it difficult for the pathogens to spread. Okay, so all animals have a different kind of virus, and rarely they jump from one species to another. Okay, so if there is more kind of diversity, it is less likable that the pathogens will rapidly spread. Okay, and all this you have to do is you have to spread awareness. You need to tell as many people as possible. Okay. So the last slide I want to tell you is that it might be clear by now that human health depends on healthy ecosystems. So if there is healthy ecosystem, there are healthy humans. So it is in our hands that such kind of situations don't arise in future. All right. So I'll stop sharing the screen. You can unmute one by one and ask questions. After the webinar, I'll be sharing the quiz in your WhatsApp group. You can take that quiz.
Ma'am,
One by one.
ma'am,
Everyone mute your mics. Raise your hand and I'll unmute you. 1 minute.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Just a second.
Ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, Swarali. Everyone mute your mics. I'll take one by one. First, Swarali will go. Yes, Swarali, your question.
Ma'am, I did not understand that you have shown two animals, one bat and one. Which animal was that?
That was pangolin.
Ma'am, I did not understood what you explained about that animal.
Okay. So what I said is that bats cannot directly transfer their virus to humans. Okay. Understood that much?
Yes.
So there needs to be intermediate host. So this pangolin is a wild animal. It is a cat-like animal which is also found in India. Okay. So probably it's also a mammal. Like bats are mammal, pangolins are mammal. So there might be a case that the bat virus must have traveled to the pangolin, and as pangolin has been trafficked or it has been traded in a big number, it must have come into the humans. Okay, so there is a link, but it's not sure, it's not confirmed. Understood?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So next,
Ma'am,
yeah, you go.
ma'am,
Adini. Yeah.
It has been told that the ozone layer is recovering now due to because that we are not doing pollution and the things are not working.
Yes, very good. So that we are actually stop going on the roads, we are not polluting the environment right now. The temperature is going down. Okay, that means climate change. There is one more thing that is happening because of climate change is that the ozone layer is depleting, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's helping the social distancing or the just because we are locked down, humans are not on the road. It's actually benefiting the nature, right? So we should learn from this. We need to stop polluting the air. We need to respect nature so that it can cure itself and it will help us survive.
Ma'am,
Okay, 1 minute, Manasvi. Yeah, you go. Yeah,
what's
Manasvi.
the number?
Yeah,
Ma'am,
ask me.
what was the number of the to call? 19.
Yeah,
helpline. Yeah.
yes, it's 1926. 1926. Or you can call us also. Okay, if you have any wildlife nearby your house, you
How
can
can
call us.
bats pollinate? Excuse me, ma'am.
Ma'am, and which virus was there in 2013?
SARS virus. SARS.
Excuse me, ma'am.
SARS. Okay, Manasvi, thank you. 1 minute.
Ma'am,
Wait, Bhavna, yes. You
Ma'am,
go.
ma'am,
Yeah, wait, rest others wait.
ma'am,
Yes, Bhavna.
ma'am, how can bats help in pollination?
Yeah, like I said, that they take nectar from the flowers. Okay. And when they go to take nectar to the flowers, they transfer a pollen grain which is present in the male flower to the female flowers. Okay. So they fertilize. So after the pollination, the seeds are formed. So you can check the video. Okay, you're all are very young. You just need to know that it's a very important Okay, so you can check the video on YouTube about pollination, or you can ask me later. I'll tell you in more detail.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I ask one question?
Harshi, you want to go next?
Ma'am,
Yeah, let's Harshi ask.
ma'am,
Wait, let's Harshi
ma'am,
ask.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
yeah, yes, Harshi.
ma'am, on the answer of the National Aquatic Animal of India, the National Aquatic Animal of India is river dolphin.
Yeah, you're right. Let's clap for her.
Ma'am, it is South
Thank
Asian.
you, ma'am.
Yeah.
South Asian.
Yeah, it is found in our two main rivers, that is Ganga and Brahmaputra. It is known as Gangetic
Yes, ma'am.
dolphin. It's known
Yes,
as the
ma'am.
aquatic mammal of India. Very good, Harshi.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am.
So now, Jeet, you want to ask something?
Ma'am, I want to ask.
Yes, Jeet, go.
Ma'am, Nuren.
Yeah, Jeet, go. I can't hear you, Jeet.
Ma'am, my name is Nuren.
Acha, the one with the headphones?
No. Ma'am, I want to ask one question.
Yes, ask.
This is Khan. Ma'am, how many types of coronavirus are there?
Okay. So in humans, there are about 4 to 5 coronavirus, and in animals, there are many more. Okay. So we just know 4 to 5 coronavirus which can actually make humans ill, right?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, which is the most dangerous coronavirus?
Yeah. So who asked me the question?
Ma'am, which is the most dangerous coronavirus?
The most dangerous coronavirus right now is this, which is actually which is spreading rapidly in human to human, and which has created this situation that a lot of people. The most dangerous coronavirus is the new coronavirus known as SARS-CoV.
Ma'am,
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
ma'am,
Ma'am,
Yes,
I want to do a question.
Everyone, mute yourself.
ma'am.
Aryan, you go next. Yes, Aryan. Yes.
Ma'am, I want to ask that what is pollination?
Yeah. So, pollination is a role, okay, which bats play. Okay, it's very important. It goes to the flower of a tree and it transfers pollen grains. Okay, you will understand it more clearly when you grow up. You're very young to know that. Okay, but just know that bats are playing very important role so that you can eat mangoes. Yeah, mangoes are other fruits. So all these fruits that you
Ma'am,
eat
I
is
want to
because
ask
of
question,
pollination.
Arya.
Yeah, Aryan, what?
Ma'am, my name is Arya.
Yes.
Can I ask question?
Yes, Arya, go.
Station
Let's Arya ask. Arya ask. Please go.
Ma'am, how the bats help in making chocolates?
Yeah, because like I said, they do a very important role as pollination. So they go to the chocolate tree, okay, the coca tree.
Chocolate
And-
trees.
Yeah.
They
So
go to the chocolate trees and make chocolate.
No, they make the seeds of the
मैम
chocolate.
अपने कैंडल लाइट में
Okay.
हो गई है
then they make seeds of the chocolate.
हम बोल रहे हैं
Okay, the
pollination
fruits.
से होता है वैसे पर
Okay, let
chocolate
me
भी
speak. Let me speak.
pollination से
Yes,
chocolate
yes. Listen, students. It's Neeru ma'am over here. I'm listening to everyone. You all are really good children. You are enjoying. You are asking nice questions, but you have to
Good
listen
morning,
the
ma'am.
instructions.
Thanks ma'am.
Yes.
Morning ma'am.
Good morning,
Good
ma'am.
morning.
Good morning ma'am.
Okay.
Good morning,
ma'am. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Just
Okay,
Yeah,
everyone,
listen.
mute yourself.
Just listen. You have to listen to ma'am. What ma'am is saying, follow the instructions. One by one, you need to ask the question. If you have remaining question, you can ask him on the WhatsApp group. Ma'am will answer it. Okay? Thank you. Ma'am, continue.
Yes. So next, who wants to go? I'll.
Ma'am, me.
Then Khan, one last question.
Okay. Dhanvi, you want to go next? Yeah, Dhanvi. Speak. You want to ask something? Yes.
You said that bats makes politicians. What are they?
Bats make
You said politicians. What it means?
pollination, nahi, pollination. Okay, I've explained it multiple times now. Okay, I'll share a link to your WhatsApp group about pollination. You see that video, you'll understand it. Okay, great. Okay, you wanna go next? Yes, go.
Ma'am, I heard that the rivers that are in like countries, they are getting cleared because of corona. People don't throw garbage in the rivers.
Yeah, so that people are now in the cage or in the lockdown. Okay, they are all restricted to homes. They are not polluting the environment, right? They are not going out and throwing garbage here and there. That's why the rivers are cleared. We are not also, the industries are also shut down, right? So industries release a lot of harmful chemicals in the rivers. Okay, that's why the rivers are dying. There are a lot of animals which live inside the rivers are dying. So the industries are also shut down, and that's why the rivers are getting better and better, right? So we all need to take lessons from this, that we need to stop polluting our nature. Okay, we need to take care of it in order, because if the ecosystem is healthy, we are healthy, right? Understood? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very good. Thank you.
Ma'am.
Okay. Atharva, go. Atharva, yes. Yes, Atharva.
Ma'am, how bats transfer virus to pangolin?
They don't transfer it directly, okay, but probably if it is eating a fruit that has been half eaten by the bat, okay, or some kind of situation that happens in the wild, okay, that's how they transfer it. Understood? But the clear source is not known. We are not sure what exactly happened and how it took place, right? But this is just an assumption. Yeah. Okay, now.
Ma'am.
Noor.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Nurain Khan.
Nurain, yeah, tell me. Yeah.
Ma'am, what's the structure of coronavirus?
Yeah. So the picture I showed you in the initial slide, that is the real coronavirus seen inside, like seen through the microscope. Okay. So it just has a DNA, okay, genetic material, and it has the cover is of the protein.
Means actually it has a like crown sheet.
Yeah. So it has crowns on the cover, okay, the outer membrane, and it looks like a crown. That's why it's known as corona. Yeah.
Ma'am.
Yes, Harshi, go.
Ma'am, can you tell me that can coronavirus spread through food?
Food.
Yes, ma'am.
If anyone who has the coronavirus, if they accidentally sneeze or they handle the food, and if someone else who is healthy handles it again, that might actually, because it's on the surface of the food, then it can spread. There's a chance.
Ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Okay,
and
the last
corona
question
can,
now.
ma'am,
Who has not asked me before can ask the last question.
Ma'am.
Then I'll be sharing you the quiz on your group.
Ma'am.
Okay. And you can ask me questions on the WhatsApp group as well. Parth, yes, go. You ask.
Ma'am, I want to ask question. No, ma'am, I don't have a doubt.
Parth, you want to ask something?
No.
No. Okay.
Ma'am.
Yes, Gauri, you want to ask something?
Ma'am, I want to ask one question. Ma'am.
Who? Tell me your name and ask.
Ma'am, Krishil.
Yeah, ask. Yes, go.
Ma'am, you told if bats are not there, the mangoes will also be not there. How come?
Yeah, like I said, I'll be sharing a link on your WhatsApp group about what is pollination. Okay?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Wait, Krishil,
Ma'am?
let me answer you. Let me answer him.
Ma'am?
Okay, they perform a very important role of pollination, and that's how we can eat mangoes. Okay, so they go to the mango tree, they pollinate the flowers, and that's how the seeds are made. Okay, I'll share a link to your WhatsApp group to see that the role of pollination.
Ma'am? Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, who wants to
Ma'am?
ask?
Ma'am, Arya.
Introduce
Ma'am,
yourself.
I want to ask. I am Vedant.
Yeah, Vedant, ask.
Ma'am? Ma'am, can coronavirus spread from water?
Through water.
Ma'am? Yes, ma'am.
Water, I'm not sure.
No.
No, I'm not
Thank
sure.
you, ma'am.
But I don't think it spreads with water because there is no news about anything like this. Okay? But soaps definitely kill the virus. So if you're washing the hands with soap, the virus will be killed. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, welcome.
Ma'am, Arya, I want to ask question.
Yeah, go. Ask.
Ma'am, Arya.
Yes, Arya, ask.
Ma'am, how China people gave the virus, coronavirus name
Yeah.
that it is corona.
Like I said, in China, they handle a lot of wild animals. Okay, they eat it or they do the wildlife trading, they make medicines. Okay, so they store a lot of wild animals in a very small area. They store it in the cages where there is very unhealthy or unhygienic conditions. Okay, and because of that, those virus must have come from the live animal market to the humans. Understood?
Ma'am? Ma'am? Excuse me,
Yeah,
ma'am.
Manasvi, go. Yes.
Ma'am, I have seen one video that one bat eat a banana, then he throw the banana down. He throw the banana down. So one pig eat the banana, and a human being eat the pig. So they have the virus.
Yeah, like I said, you need to take certain precautions when bats are around. Okay, you should not eat a half-eaten fruit, right? You should just leave it on the ground. It will decompose and the virus will also go, right? So only eat the fruits which are not eaten, which are fresh. Understood?
ma'am.
And one more thing, bats directly can't spread coronavirus to humans. So bats are very safe. They are not harmful. Okay, you need to spread this awareness. Tell people that bats are safe. Do not kill them or do not harm them. Will you all do that?
Ma'am, Dhanvi. Yes, ma'am, we will do.
Very good. Yes, Gauri, go. Gauri, you want to ask?
Ma'am, Dhanvi.
Yes. Yeah, ask Gauri.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Wait, let Gauri ask. Gauri, I can't hear you. Be a little louder.
Ma'am, you showed me as the screen with the bat with the animal. The animal's name is
Pangolin.
Ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Okay, now the time is up. Okay, the meeting.
Can we leave the meeting?